this side looks okay. This side looks like shit. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Like, so I have the Dark Magic palette and the Bling Boss palette. But I've had these palettes for like a week and a half. I did purchase them when they released in stores and online, which I think it was the same day, on the 14th of this month. So yeah, I have 2 of the palettes. So today I'm gonna be working with the Dark Magic palette. Before I get into doing that though, I did want to kind of talk a little bit about the collection and about the launch of the whole thing. So as you guys probably already know, Morphe collabed with Jaclyn Hill once again to release these shadows that she said she wanted to release in her favorites palette with the 35 shades, but she could only pick 35 shades, and these shadows were supposed to be the shades that didn't make the cut, so they were put into the vault. Now they were supposed to release them earlier. I can't remember the date exactly, but I guess when they sent their PR to the top influencers, they were seeing like that they weren't getting such a good response as far as the quality of the palette, so they canceled that release date and went back to reformulate the shadows, and now here they are. So I'm going to be showing you guys today how the Dark Magic palette looks and give you guys my honest opinion and my thoughts on the palettes. I will do a separate video on the other palette, but I didn't want to put both. I don't think I could do a look with both palettes. I'd rather work with them separately, just to see how the palette works with the colors that are in each palette, you know what I'm saying? So these palettes retail for $15. I personally work at Ulta, so I got my discounted price. I know that when they did release, Morphe did have them on the site where you could buy the entire vault, which if you add up the 15 by 4, that's like 60. I think it was like 40 something online when it first launched, but that stuff sold out so quick. So yeah, I just got 2 of the palettes that I felt like I needed. The other 2 palettes, I feel like I already have palettes that contain those shadows, so I didn't want to buy a palette that had shadows that I already own here at home. So this is the Dark Magic palette. Looks like this. First, I want to talk about the packaging. So the packaging is super cute. I love the reflective, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the reflective decoration on the front, and I also love that it comes with a mirror. I know that she mentioned in the video when she was talking about the collection that a lot of people were upset, or not upset, but dissatisfied with the fact that her favorites palette didn't come with a mirror, and you know, I love a palette with a mirror. So, and I was really excited about this collection because I love Morphe. I own a lot of their shadows, or a lot of their palettes and other products that they have. I absolutely love Morphe because they're just affordable and they have pretty good products. So I just want to show you guys what this palette is all about. I have seen some reviews already. They haven't been the best, so I'm hoping that this palette works well for me. So we're just gonna jump right into it. If I left anything out, I will put it down in the description box as far as like info on the collection and everything like that. So my eyebrows aren't done. Here recently I've just been doing my eyebrows like last. So I am going to prime my lid. I think that's very important when doing eyeshadow. You want to make sure that you have a lid primer or a concealer, something for the shadows to stick to. So I'm just going to take my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C13. And I'm just going to apply that on my lids. I'm also going to go underneath my brows to kind of get my shape, but I'm not going to fill them in until later. So I'll look kind of crazy for a little while, but it'll be okay. So now that my lids are all primed, I'm not going to set them. I'm just going to go straight into the palette. So I want to do something really dramatic just so that I can like use this palette to its full potential. I don't want to do anything too subtle or neutral because I just don't. And this palette, it just like screams to me drama. I mean, it's called Dark Magic. I don't know, it sounds dramatic to me, so I'm shit. Excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna go in with which one? I really am going off the top of the dome today, so I'm gonna go in with Inside Job. This is that shade right here. Let me get closer so you can see. I'm gonna go with this shade right here. On the brush, the shadow is showing up like really pigmented, so I'm just gonna pack this into my crease. And that's what I've been doing recently with like my dramatic looks. I just pack the color in on wet concealer, so I get like true pigment of the shadow. Now the real test for these shadows today is going to be the blendability of the shadows. Just because I think with the first launch that people were saying that the shadows were patchy. So we're going to see how well they blend. Right now this shadow at least seems to be super pigmented, which is like, oh, I'm like living for that. Guys, it looks so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and pack this on the other eye. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some type of cut crease look. Sorry I keep looking off to the side, my mirror's over here. But, oh, this shadow is freaking pretty. I don't feel like I have anything like it. So I'm glad that I got this palette. That's why I got it. I felt like I didn't have really any shadows quite like these. So I wanted to just get something that I felt like I needed, so that was worth my money. Now we're going to see if these shadows blend well so I can really see if it was worth the coin. That's so pretty. Okay, so I'm probably going to just take the same brush. And I'm going to go in with, which one should I do? Potion or Busted? Kind of want to use Busted. I mean Potion. We're going to see. I'm just taking off the eyeshadow with my switch pan right now, just so that I can have like a fresh brush to go in with. I'm going to go in with Potion. It might be not a good decision, but I mean, I feel like all the shades should work well together since they're in the palette together. But I'm going to take this one that's Potion, this green one right here, and with the same brush, I'm going to take some on the brush, and I'm going to start to blend out the outer edges of the first shadow, which was the Inside Job, and blend that on the outer edges, and let's see how they blend on top of each other. Okay. So, honestly, it's not blending the best right now. We're going to try to make it work. I'm just kind of packing it on top of it first and then blending to see if I can get something more seamless, because right now I feel like I can't blend out the harsh line from Inside Job. So, let's see. Okay. Right now, it's giving me a hard time at first, but I think you just have to really get that wrist action going so that you can get that blend that you want. But it's blending. It just takes a little bit of extra work, I think. I like that. I think that's cute. There is still kind of like a harshness on it, if you guys can see, like right here. Like right here. It's still a little bit harsh. So I'm blending on this side. It's actually really hard to blend. I don't know if it's that you have to just like, sorry I keep putting this up, it's changing my lighting. I don't know if it's just that you have to blend as soon as you put it on or what, but it's really hard to blend that harsh edge out. So I'm trying to see, like, I'm just piling this on top and trying to see if I can get it to blend a little bit better. This side looks okay. This side looks like shit. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Like, this side is pretty blended. I feel like this side is still a little bit patchy in comparison to this side. I feel like this side's pretty blended. This side is a little shitty looking. I don't know. I don't like how this side looks. Maybe I put too much green up there. I don't know. But I will say you do have to do a little bit more blending to get the blend that you want, or something close to it, because it's kind of like, but right, so far I'm not like disappointed with it. It's just like you gotta put that little extra work in. So that's that. But So now I'm gonna go in with I'll do Mojo. I'm gonna go with Mojo. Hopefully it's not a bad decision, but I'm gonna go with Mojo, which is this one right here. I'm taking a smaller brush. This shade is pigmented on the brush right now, so we're gonna see how it performs. I'm gonna take this into my crease just a little bit lower than where I took the first shade. So this is just creating a little bit more depth. Okay. I think I like how this is coming along. I'm really excited about the shimmers in this palette and how they're going to perform on the eye. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease up. It's going to be like a half cut crease type situation. So let me get my concealer brush. I want to use a white base concealer, something more light. So I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Custom Coverage Correcting Duo, which is really too light for me. I just got this in gratis, but I don't know what shade it's in. I guess oh, peach, light medium. So I'm gonna take the side that has the full coverage concealer. And this is really white, but I'm just gonna take that on my concealer brush, and I'm gonna cut the crease. My eyes freaking watering. I'm gonna fully cut my crease, but it's still gonna be a half cut crease. Okay, so my crease is cut. Now I'm gonna, oh my gosh, my eyes watering so bad. Okay, back into the palette. I'm taking the same little brush I was using on the crease, the last crease color I was just doing. I'm gonna take Temptress, which is this one right here, and it does have a little sparkle in it, but I feel like it's okay to use on my outer corner. So I'm just gonna take that. Oh my god, y'all see how black that is? Do y'all see how black that is? Okay, I'm sure. Okay, just gonna take it on the outer corners of my eyes. And by the way, I did not set my lid yet. Because I want to do a shimmer shade and I want it to really pop, so I'm not even going to set my concealer on my lid. This is pretty. It's a pretty nice, it's like a blue black, I think, is what I'm like getting from the palette. And then I'm going to go into, Busted, because I really wanted to use it. It's such a pretty color. I wanted to go ahead and use that one. And I'm going to use that with the same brush to blend with the black that's in the outer corner. Oh, that is, oh my god, that's so pretty. That's such pretty blue. So I'm going to take that, blend it into the black, and kind of bring it towards the center of my lid. Sorry, I keep putting this palette in the way. It's like fucking with my lighting. I'm going to go back into Temptress, which is the black shade, and just add some more to the outer corner. Okay, so for the shimmers, I did see in a review that using your fingers is the best application for the shimmer shadows, and I don't know which one I want to use yet. I'm going to swatch these two and see which one I want to use. So the shimmers kind of feel like a sheer shimmer. That's freaking pretty, oh my god. I kind of want to use something brighter because there's like 3 shimmer shades in here, and I think I'm going to use Power Cut. So Power Cut is this one right here, and I'm going to use that on my lid, and I'm going to use my finger to apply it. We're going to see how that does. Oh, it's pretty. Ooh, bitch, what? And I'll just use a brush to like fine tune anywhere around the cup so that I don't mess it up. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. So they're like soft shimmers. They're not hard. They're not like really popping shimmers, but they're really soft and cute. That's cute. I like that. Just gonna pop it on the lid. And it shows up really nice with the finger. And we'll see with the brush what it does, because I'm gonna use a brush to like get around the edges. I think if you use this with a brush and like wet it, it'll look like foiled. What I liked about using my fingers is that like the other shadow kind of blended into the lid shade with me using my finger, but I am still gonna go back in and pick up Busted to kind of blend it into the lid shade. But it's pretty blended. It's kind of blended, but I just want to go back in and like really blend it. That's really pretty. I like it. Oh, I'm probably gonna finish the rest of my eyes off camera. I don't know. I think I am gonna finish the rest off camera. Just because like I have to take my eyeliner. I don't like doing it on camera because I have to get really close to the mirror, and it's just gonna be a mess. It's not gonna be visual for you guys, so I don't feel the need to even put it on or film that part for you guys or show you guys on camera. But I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts on the palette. So here's the finished eye look. I can't wait to do more looks with this palette. My final thoughts on the palette are that they are kind of hard to work with as far as blendability, but I don't mind personally, I don't personally mind doing a little extra wrist action to get the blend that I want, because I take forever to do my eyeshadow any freaking way, so it's not a problem for me. But if you are someone who likes to get your stuff done quickly, this may not be the palette for you, just because it does take a little bit to get the shadows to blend. But they do like they layer really well. Like you can layer on top of the color and you can still get a really good pigment. It's not gonna get too patchy on you. First, I'm just going to be swatching the bottom row, which is all of the mattes, which I think in the first launch was an issue. They said the matte shadows were the ones that were patchy, so I'm just going to swatch those first for you guys. So I'm taking this one, which is Potion, and as you can see, I'm digging into that really good. And let's see. So it does kind of show up a little bit patchy, but like I was saying earlier, these layer really nicely. So as you can see, with that second layer, it was very opaque and popping. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch the rest. Whew, baby. So this is what the swatches of the bottom row look like, and they look really good to me. You do have the layer to get that pigment and the opaque look from the shadows, but they do show up really nicely once you do layer them. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the top row for you guys. You can see they're like more neutral shades up here, and the shimmers are also located here. So taking the first shade, this is Poof. It's like a really light beige shade. This is Power Cut. This is the one that I did use on my lid. It's really cute. You can also layer this one. It shows up really nicely. It's like a very soft shimmer. Next is Shh, which is a light shade as well. It's more of a darker beige and something that I feel like I could use on my lid, just like to mute my lids, like to set my concealer. Very opaque as well. Next, I'm gonna be taking Trickery, and this one is gorgeous, just on the finger, but when I swatch it, it's like super opaque, very, very pigmented. I love the reflective properties that it has. It's really nice. And then I'm gonna just take this last one, which is Diversion. It's like a brown shimmer. It's really, really nice. So these are the swatches of the top row of the palette. Like I said before, the mattes, they're kind of patchy off first swatch, but when you layer them, they do layer nicely and become more opaque. The shimmers are very soft and very pigmented. So I'm pretty satisfied with the palette, and Morphe does a good job with putting out palettes that have so many possibilities or so many different looks you can come up with using those colors. So I was really excited about these palettes, and I'm glad that I picked them up. So I can't wait to do the next eyeshadow look for you guys using the other palette. But that's pretty much it for like my thoughts on this palette or this launch or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below for future videos, and I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.